with Catolo.
To KJAGradio.com.
That ought to be a brand new.
That
ought to be a brand new deal. Killing time with Catolo.
They'll see KJAG Radio.
It is the world famous.
And listen, they'll get so wrapped up in our programming, things like the Jiggy Jaguar Show and Catolo Chronicles, two insightful and entertaining programs that go on here on KJAG.
Hello, everybody.
You know what they'll do? They'll be too screwed up to use your BCDE. KJAGradio.com.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Frank Catolo. You're listening to KJAGradio.com. Also, listening to us tonight on a special edition of 148.ca, the Spirit of South York in Canada. My good friends in Canada, we've got the rabble-rousing ringleader, Mr. Ross, in the building.
Ross never allows his visage to be publicly presented.
Exactly.
I'm just kind of this voice in the background. I'm like what would be said by Louis Farrakhan guy who stands behind Louis Farrakhan.
The Louis Farrakhan guy who stands behind Louis Farrakhan. That's fabulous.
They're always there, and they're kind of spooky and scary, and
Thanks to everybody. Thanks to everybody watching us at livestream.com/JiggyJaguar, also JiggyJaguar.com, and well, we have an interesting deal. I had some guests that we were going to bring on tonight, and then I said, when you guys get to town, give me a call. And they did, but they were sitting outside my house. So we had to rush like crazy to get over here and get everything put together.
Now, on camera, here they are.
Gentlemen, introduce yourselves so the old ladies know where to write the complaint letters.
I'm Brennan. I play guitar for Grave Calling.
I'm Abe. I play drums.
And John Gavin. I play guitar.
And you guys know Weasel Wiesel and the High Point Boys.
Your girlfriends do not. They haven't. Everybody out that we forced outside because of our popularity doesn't know Weasel Wiesel, but these guys do.
We know them personally.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know about their new club?
No, actually.
Your girlfriends know that now, and you don't.
They have a bar that is at BYOB. Ross,
It doesn't even really get hopping until
all the other bars are closed.
2 o'clock. Until everybody, 1:45, 2 o'clock, everybody else had their last call, and actually the legality of it is they can give away booze all they want, and they can charge entrance, and they can tell everybody BYOB. They don't have to have a liquor license, yet they can give away booze. And they give away one drink. It's called Super Day, which is Bacardi 151. They use the light stuff, Red Bull, and orange juice. And you don't even feel it going down. But boy, you feel it hit your stomach, and then we come down to the 3, 2, 1.
Soup up! I don't know why. I don't know why we do it.
It's a legend.
It's a legend.
I hope
it's a Junction City thing.
They better be listening. They better thank us.
They better be.
Or they can forget that video.
Also, I want to mention, since we got everybody on, next week, August 7th, 7 p.m. at the Oz Cafe in 22222 East Douglas, Kung Fu Vampire, Mars, Liquid Assassin, Asylum Inmates, Wicked Ways, Pyro, and the Demon Sick. It's an all-ages show.
Wicked Ways.
Wicked Ways. And, of course, you guys, explain to me this name. How did you get the name A Grave Calling?
A Grave Calling, it's a name I came up with a while back before when me and John just started jamming, and I had a couple names written down in this notebook, and I wanted to find something that looked good on paper and sounded good, and it looked good and sounded good, and it's kind of one of those names that's open to interpretation. You can interpret it numerous different ways, so thought of it.
You guys are one of the very few bands in the history of my broadcasting career to be interviewed at my old studio at 92.7 The Fan.
Really?
And now to be interviewed here at JiggyJaguar.com and KJAG Radio. It's a hell of a deal.
I thought their name reminded me of, like a 12-piece group, bell choir.
A Grave Calling. Okay.
Okay.
Now,
We're
you
gonna
guys.
We might do that in some progressive album later on.
That would be cool.
Maybe.
You would be legendary.
Now, you guys are playing a local drinking establishment in Salina at 232 North Santa Fe tonight. I wish I could say that location, but
We've been said not to.
we've been told not to. So we just give the address, and people can go there. Now, you guys...
Fine drinking establishment.
A fine drinking establishment.
a couple.
Say an ambiguous name, maybe like
Yes,
it's
we're-
the color of an animal that it might be.
That's a cool
you know,
idea. It's a color of an animal that you might find on a mountaintop or a farm or something.
Like
Yes.
Evil Jay said, it was something maybe kind of kinky, like spray painting this animal.
Yes.
Yes,
like it
this
too
mountain
much.
animal.
This
Yes.
mountain animal.
indigenous mountain creature.
That's
something.
right.
They're amazing.
And you guys go on when this evening?
10 o'clock.
About,
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
about 10 o'clock. You know, it's rock and roll, so it's tentative to change probably, but
Yeah.
you know, we'll see.
Cards started to change.
One of the girlfriends showed me the flyer, and I guess they start at 8, which means basically 9:30.
Yes,
so,
of course.
Yeah.
And you guys in Junction City, what the hell is there to do besides play music?
Not a damn thing.
You guys do have strip clubs that are like in storefronts downtown, which I find really kick ass.
But I'm really amazed.
You can go buy a sofa, and then you can go to the strip club.
We've
great.
We've got a variety of
And
talent.
Guerrilla Games.
We've got talent coming out of Junction City, unexpected talent. I mean, maybe it's that factor. I mean, you know, they have the population there, but there's not a shit of anything to do.
There's really not.
So you better be
Yeah.
creative, or you ain't going to be very occupied in your
Exactly.
mind.
There's not really that big of a metal scene there either. Really, we're pretty much. I mean, I don't want to sound egotistical, but we're like. I think we might be the only band that sounds like we do from Junction City. You know.
Really? Okay.
Unless there's always a possibility that there's some
Yeah, we're
garage
used to
band that's
playing
the
with
next big
bands that
thing.
are like playing kind of jazzy or
Cover bands and stuff like that. We don't play covers.
Well, you know, our friends down there at High Point Studios, Demo, we kind of learned a week or so ago that he's getting into metal.
He likes
deep.
Metallica.
Oh, is he really?
And he's doing mixtape type stuff that
I went into the studio with him one time to, I guess I was going to lay down a couple guitar tracks. We never got around to that, but he did show me. He took a Metallica song and kind of mixed it up a bit. I thought it was pretty cool.
That's cool. That's cool.
Badass.
That
he wants to do a thing where like people are rapping to some kind of cipher show type of thing, but as he not just being a DJ, but actually making the beats, you know, on a live sort of performance. I think that would be exciting. That would be difficult, I would think, and you would have to have talent. So go Demo, go.
go Demo, go. Now you guys, how did you get together and put this whole thing to? I know you mentioned that earlier, but I mean, how did you decide? Okay, we got to get the hell out of Junction City and take this thing on the road.
I guess it all really pretty much started with Brennan. He came to us saying, hey, you guys want to play at a cancer benefit? We're like, hell yeah, why not? And then we wrote a couple songs, and then after that, we decided to keep going with it and, you know, get real serious and quit freestyling at all the parties and stuff.
Yeah, we used to do a lot of improv and on-spot stuff.
Stage
John.
dives?
No, there wasn't that many
Okay.
people to do that, but
no stage dives involved.
we landed straight on the floor with that one.
No stage dives, dang it.
Kind of guaranteed splat on the concrete floor.
Plenty of moshing
Yeah.
going on, but plenty of moshing. Not a whole lot of stage dives.
Well, tell me about this first track we're going to hear off the CD.
Well, this is a self-created monster. This is one of our first songs that we had wrote for that cancer benefit show, and yeah, it's one of our fans like this song a lot. It's one of the ones they like a lot, and yeah, it's pretty heavy.
Well, here we go. It's on KJAGradio.com, also JiggyJaguar.com. So thanks for joining us, and here we go.
Took a
Give me a K. Give me an A. Give me a G. KJAG Radio. Keep listening or we'll come to your house and beat your dog up.
If you don't keep listening, we will come to your house and we will beat your dog up. It is KJAGradio.com, SRN, the Spirit of South York at 148.ca. I'm, of course, Jigman Freud, your eye in the sky. I'm like an eye in the sky in Las Vegas. I can see who's cheating. I can see if people are, if the dealers are doing things that they shouldn't be doing.
You know who's naughty and nice.
Exactly.
And
because
we've got sources.
Yes, indeed. We've got Ross the Boss in the building. Jiggy Jaguar
tomorrow.
JiggyJaguar.com, livestream.com/JiggyJaguar, and of course KJAGradio.com and SRN, the Spirit of South York at 148.ca. And a grave calling with us today, gentlemen. You were telling us right before we came back you've been compared to a heavier Pink Floyd or something.
Yeah.
When did you get this compliment?
We played with this band Sanctum Infernum. They come from Wichita, and yeah, after we had got done playing, I was sitting with the guitarist and we were just talking, shooting the breeze. And yeah, he said, "Yeah, you guys, you sound like a heavy Pink Floyd." And up until that point, that was like the coolest compliment we had ever received from anybody. So I, remembered that, stored that in files, and it's really cool.
Well, if as I was talking with you during the break, if our viewers and listeners go back and listen to that same track, I see that, and in the guitar, it seems like between the two of you, yeah, you have that kind of heavy, slow jam, maybe not as technically, fast and precise as Swept Aside, or and certainly not Unison, but it's kind of that cool, whining, slow jam of Pink Floyd. That yeah, I definitely hear that in there.
Yeah. And that song was actually entitled "Ignorance is Bliss," but the self-created song that we're gonna play also has at the end has a psychedelic melody towards the end, and
to it,
yeah, try to incorporate different sounds.
And that's another thing that I think Pink Floyd tried to stress to people is to write a masterpiece. You don't have to be extremely technical,
Yeah.
You can. It's all about the feeling of the music and how
exactly.
you feel
And
you can take any sound in the world and make it into a masterpiece song. Just depends on how you use it.
I'm still impressed with and I've been listening to it for 35 some years. Dark Side of the Moon.
Hell yeah.
I mean, name me a song you don't like on the whole album.
No,
It's one of those few albums where every tune is good.
Yeah, it's timeless,
Yes, and it certainly has stood the test of time, I think you will admit.
So where do you guys get your influences from?
A lot of progressive bands like Opeth or Between the Buried and Me. We like a lot of bands who use different genres instead of just sticking to nothing but death metal or whatever, broaden their horizons a little bit.
That's funny that you bring up Between the Buried and Me. They're supposed to be on the radio program tomorrow. That's that's interesting.
Why do we get all these bear bands? We get bear bands.
There's Between the Buried and Me. There's I Wrestled a Bear Once. Darkness was telling me about a band from Topeka called Don't Fuck with a Bear. What is the deal with all these bears? Go ahead.
It's fair season on bears.
But also bands like the Mars Volta, lots of
Mars
other
Volta.
psychedelic bands.
Yeah.
Tool, that's one of
Mastodon.
my all-time.
Mastodon's one of the big one.
Tool's one of my all-time favorite bands.
Everybody loves Tool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll tell you.
How do you like Schism? Do you like Schism? I can't believe there's so many damn.
There is a Tool
tribute band.
There is a Tool tribute band called Schism.
They're
and
really good.
People will come from Wichita to see those guys play.
And their fans come up to me and say, "Oh, Tool is so cool." And I say, "Well, this isn't Tool, He say, "Oh yeah, but they did that one tune. They do that Schism so good."
Yeah, they do play like a 3.5-hour set though, which is totally worth it.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah,
nice.
they are performers. They and they know the tunes. All right, if you're going to be a tribute band, you know the entire portfolio.
Yeah, you gotta do it right,
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm thinking. Here's an idea I've been throwing out to especially the heavy metal crowd. Now would be the time if you want to change it up. And here's
Here
my
we
idea.
go.
I want to see the world's first earliest tribute band of any band that's been signed. Seasons After.
A Seasons After tribute band.
Tribute band. Cry, little sister. You know that. They're not reacting at all.
They don't want to be a Seasons After tribute band,
I
Ross.
heard that band was actually from Salina. Is that true?
They have roots here in
Dawson is originally from
Yeah.
Salina, I believe.
not too familiar with it.
and they haven't become jerks yet.
That's good.
I
That's
mean,
good.
yeah, they had been signed.
It's
and they're
coming.
really cool guys.
It's coming. Now, you guys derive your influences from a lot of different places. That last song that we heard, give me a little bit of what went into, what was the influences putting out that last song that we heard.
Lyrically, I guess we're all about politics. What else? Politics, religion. What's conspiracies and whatnots, which
Fake moon landings.
Grave matters.
grave matters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
things that are,
Little play on words.
I'm being punny, aren't I? Yeah.
Grave calling, grave matters, yes.
But it's not so straightforward with our lyrics. No, we're not saying fuck Bush. I mean, we would love to say fuck Bush, but we're saying it in a way that goes in a roundabout way.
In a roundabout way.
It doesn't count anymore, though.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, the Dixie chick thing, Dixie twit thing, yeah.
Now tell me about this second track we're going to hear.
Self-created monster. You want to take a...
Self-created monster. It starts off with some pretty heavy guitars, and then like we said before, it's like Ignorance is Bliss. It has that break at the end. It's psychedelic melody. It's a switch up.
So is there more meaning to the title? Like yourself, you all are self-created monsters?
Not us, everyone.
Everyone? It's like we are what we eat?
No, people just naturally have
Soylent Green is people?
Go
ahead.
It's kind of one of those things open to interpretation.
Okay, good.
People naturally have a tendency to destroy themselves.
Many
a lot of
times art is leaving it up to the
The artists themselves.
No, leaving it up to the audience to
listeners.
Okay.
interpret and be entertained.
And you do not
I
entertain.
do not, and I don't indulge in entertainment.
That's right.
Of the most
You don't
part.
recognize annual events on the calendar. We could go on all day long.
Oh, yes.
Now,
This
what was
gonna be
that?
cool.
That was the gayest motion I've ever done on camera. KJAGradio.com, SR in the Spirit of South York, JiggyJaguar.com, and livestream.com/JiggyJaguar. Here it is, I guess, on KJAGradio.com.
Good stuff. Are we being too hammy for you? Do you
Oh,
want to
no,
see
no,
this?
No, we're good. Rock and roll.
Generally, people think,
Oh, it's two.
Hi, Frank Catolo here with another internet radio listening tip. You remember the old days when people used to listen to internet radio without thinking things like, man, I gotta get a life. I've been listening to the internet radio too long. Well, those days are here again with KJAGradio.com. So listen till all of your friends stop talking to you, and then listen because your friends stopped talking to you. Because who cares about them anyway? If they stop... Frank Catolo here with another Internet radio listening tip. Be sure to sign our guest book at KJAGradio.com. You can sign, can't you? You got a signature, don't you? Well, then you do that, and then next time we feel like sending people money, your name may be the first name they'll see. The Internet radio listening tips. You like them, you listen to them, I give them to you. Because I got attitude. Now get out of here, KJAG Radio.
Radio.com, the Spirit of South York at 148.ca out of Canada, and that's it. Livestream.com/Jiggy Jaguar. Also, JiggyJaguar.com. I'll tell you, there is. I always give the police something to monitor on the weekends.
Hot chicks on
chicks on the porch,
yes.
rappers hanging out, bands pulling up with band equipment. Just
it's like
I give the police
a pawn shop almost.
It's like a pawn shop. That's right. And if we had Ninja Larry in here rocking back and forth like crazy, it's a circus. And gentlemen, wrap up with me here. Where can we find you on the internet?
We have a MySpace, myspace.com/agraveCalling. We have a Twitter /agraveCalling, and then
who does the Twittering?
Usually me. I keep it monitor that stuff.
He's got a Mac PowerBook, portable. It's pretty sweet looking.
Gotta love the Mac.
Yeah.
But, we also have we're on Facebook. Just search AgraveCalling. We're on there too, and we're purevolume.com/AgraveCalling. There's a couple different sites people can listen to our music, download our music for free. Our Abomination EP's up there for people to download. So,
well, that'll work. Well, gentlemen, good luck this evening down there at 232 North Santa Fe here in the great city of Salina. Hopefully, in about 2 weeks, I won't have to. I can refer to it by its proper name.
People are using the chat room. I have to bring this up.
I love the chat room.
It's like
this chat room that we put on there just because we had access to it, and I never go in there.
A psychedelic melody is a question mark. No, something about you. Oh, sup, Sick Jigman? You look like Mickey Mouse. And he does. He does.
Thank you. I take that as a compliment.
We will put a shot of him. Yes. MICKEY. I want to hear a heavy metal version of that.
We should do
okay, you should do
it.
How
to do a heavy metal version of Mickey Mouse.
You see, we require things for these interviews. If you want to continued interviews, strange things.
I always require the rappers to bring in perv magnets, strippers, or make a song about me. But the heavy metal guys, I don't require anything but just show up on time. That's all I care about.
We're all about low
and in the future, contact you.
That's right, low expectations.
And in the future, contact you well ahead of time.
Lowered expectations. Oh, that's a song, I think. Maybe not. Join us tomorrow, by the way, on JiggyJaguar.com.
We got a big show.
Big show. I've got the band Immure, also Between the Buried and Me, and Jared Brickman from Rock ICT will be here, as well as the Asylum inmates. Straight Line Stitch will be calling in on the telephone, and we'll be chatting with a mystery guest who is running for the 1st District in Kansas, and we'll be trashing Tracy Mann. So tomorrow, tune in for that. And
we've had a hell of a July here.
This has been fun.
We need to talk about it from Eddie Money on.
Yes, indeed. Eddie Money, Mike Massey, all that crap.
Oh my God.
Gentlemen, thanks for doing this. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for doing this damn thing.
And Jiggy, I did want to make a viewer note here. I think we'll go off air for about 5 minutes, and then we'll be on with yet another band.
Yes, indeed.
This was unexpected
if you're
for us
on
tonight.
If you're on KJAGradio.com, keep listening because we're just going to play commercials and music and all that. But if you're watching us on livestream.com/JiggyJaguar or JiggyJaguar.com,
just keep watching.
Just keep watching.
Always. People think we're live all the time.
People think we're live all the time. So
and we are.
And we are. In your head.
In your face. And in your head.
Okay, let's get into it. We're going to take a quick little timeout. When we come back, we've got more. So keep it locked, keep it loaded here on KJAGradio.com and SRN, the Spirit of South York.
Frank Catolo here with another Internet radio
That'll
listening
work.
tip. Be sure to